It's strange what silence can become. Not the kind you choose when you turn down the volume of the world to think, to rest, to simply be. No, this is a different kind. The kind that shows up uninvited, stretches out and settles in. It crawls into your bed at night, joins you at breakfast, rides shotgun in your car. By the third day, you start to question if the life you remembered ever really existed. My birthday passed like that, without a sound. I woke up, checked my phone. Nothing. I figured maybe the ringer was off, or maybe something was waiting for me in the kitchen. There wasn't. Just an empty coffee mug, hers, sitting alone where she usually left mine. And a sticky note with a grocery list. No heart at the bottom. She always signed with a heart. But I didn't panic. I talked myself down from the edge. Maybe she had something planned for later. Maybe she forgot the date. Maybe I was overreacting. I even chuckled to myself. Some bitter little laugh at my own vanity. Who needs a birthday celebration at 41 anyway? It wasn't that nobody remembered. The sting was that they did. Just not with me. About a week later, during a slow lunch at work, I was scrolling through my sister's social feed. And there it was. Party. A long table set for 12 muted gold balloons, streamers, a birthday cake shaped like a vinyl record. Our old inside joke. My niece, grinning in the sweater I gave her. And at the center of it all, my wife. Leaning on my brother. Her hand resting on his shoulder like it belonged there. I stared at that photo for 5 whole minutes. Not in anger. Just trying to comprehend the layout of it. The clean, surgical shape of absence. Being forgotten is one thing. Being replaced is another. She called me that night. Her voice was bright, too bright. That bubbly tone she gets a glass or two in. She told me they were throwing a party for my brother's birthday. Asked if I could pick up a bottle of wine, something nice. Asked what I was getting him. I took a breath. Not to calm down, but because I physically needed to. Otherwise, whatever came out of me wouldn't have been words. There are moments in a marriage. Quiet, forgettable moments, when the rot starts to show. A drawer she never shuts all the way. The way she says your name a little colder than before. A dinner where she brings up your brother just a bit too fondly. You don't become suspicious right away. You just notice. You file those little moments away. Not because you're looking for something, but because a deeper part of you already knows. Knows before the proof. Before the betrayal. Your body starts to grieve long before your mind catches up. I remembered one night 6 months earlier. She said she was going to bed early. I stayed up, fixing a loose hinge in the kitchen. And I heard her laugh, from behind the closed bedroom door. Not the kind of laugh you give to a TV show. Not the kind you text. It was full, real, like someone was in there with her. The next morning I asked what was so funny. She looked at me like I was speaking another language. There was no fight. No dramatic argument. Just a slow rearranging of space. Her toothbrush migrated to the far side of the sink. Her perfume bottles disappeared one by one. Her phone always face down. So when she asked me what I was getting my brother for his birthday, I wasn't surprised. It was just the final puzzle piece. I told her I hadn't decided yet. Said I'd think about it. And I did. The next morning I dug out the record player she gave me last year. Still unopened in the box. I packed it up, left it on his front step with a note tucked into the sleeve. Thought you might enjoy this more. I didn't sign it. Later I opened a bank account in my name only. Moved half the savings over. Quietly. No fight. No accusations. Just numbers doing their job. Then I waited. 2 weeks passed. She called again. This time no buzz in her voice. She sounded small. She said my brother was being distant. Wasn't replying to her texts. Said something felt wrong. She listened. And I told her I was sorry. Said I hope she figured it out. I said it the way you speak to someone at a wake. I didn't mention that I'd already spoken to him. That I'd shown him the photos. Not out of vengeance. Just for context. So he'd understand exactly what kind of celebration he was part of. He didn't argue. Didn't defend her. We just sat on that bench outside our childhood church. He stared at the gravel and finally asked, "Do you hate me?" He said, "No. But I don't respect you anymore." That landed harder. A month passed. She moved in with her sister. He's gone silent online. My place is quiet too. But it's the kind of silence I choose now. I keep the birthday card my niece made me stuck on the fridge. A crayon drawing of a man with a crooked crown, smiling like he doesn't know it's off-center. It makes me laugh a little every time I see it. The absurdity of it all. People ask if I'm okay. I say I am. And it's true. Because sometimes, clarity doesn't come in an explosion. It doesn't need shouting or revenge or a grand goodbye. Sometimes it arrives like a breath, slow, steady, sure. A quiet realization. You were never really in the picture.